It's your boy, Big Thirsty.
Welcome, everybody, to the Big Thirsty Podcast. I'm your boy, Big Thirsty, and today we're going to be talking about 5 things you can be doing while you are in the house due to being locked down, being on house arrest, being homebound because of the coronavirus. Now, we want to make sure that we let you know we're not making light of the situation. We're just trying to experience some joy in the midst of all of the uncertainty that's going on right now because of COVID-19. Now, what the World Health Organization has said and put out there is, look, we can help stop the spread of the coronavirus, and what they have is what they call doing the five. Number 1 being wash your hands often, right? 20 seconds a pop. Wash it in hot water. Use soap. Kind of what I would consider to be a common sense situation. But what they're saying is, number 1, wash your hands. Number 2, if you got a cough, then do it into your elbow. Again, something that you've probably been doing all the time and never really realized how important it was. So cough into your elbow. Your face, don't touch it. Of course, wash your hands. But when it comes to your face, if you've been touching surfaces, if you've been shaking hands, which of course they're not encouraging you to do right now, please don't touch your face. Number 4, space. Keep a safe distance. Now, I always operated by the 3-foot rule anyway. Seemed like back in the day in basketball, they had this rule where you had to give the person that was inbounding the ball 3 feet, right? So you couldn't be right up in their grill. You couldn't be in that close of a proximity to them. So you had to give them 3 feet. But I think right now they're saying like give people 6 feet. And if you think about it, that's not really standing that far away from people. In fact, if you're like most folks who don't like invading people's personal space, it's about the normal distance that you stand away from anybody. So the next thing is, if you feel sick, stay at the crib. If you feel sick, stay at home. Don't be outside. Of course, when I feel sick, I don't leave home anyway. So it's a lot of what they're asking us to do is just everyday practices that most of us have used throughout our lifetime, and just really making you focus on doing it now. So that's the 5 things you can do to help stop the spread of the coronavirus. But I want to give you 5 things you can do while you're at home, right? Because there, of course, number 5 was if you feel sick, stay home. But they're encouraging us, even if we don't feel sick, to try to stay at home, right? To just kind of hang out at the crib for the next 14 to 15 days to help stop the spread of the coronavirus. So while you're at home, I want to give you 5 things that you can do. Number 1, you can rest, right? You can learn the power of a power nap while you're at home. Of course, many of us are adults. We have kids and everything. And so, of course, we got to watch and monitor the kids. Right now, you're probably doing homeschooling. You didn't know you were going to be homeschooling your kids when 2020 rolled in, but now you're homeschooling your kids, for lack of a better word. And so, but every time you find an opportunity, just kind of get back in your recliner, lay on your couch, get in the bed, take a 15, 20-minute nap. This is a great time to get some rest. Most of us are burning the candle at both ends. Most of us are hustling and grinding. Some of us have 2-3 jobs. Some of us have a job plus a side hustle. Some of us, if you're like me, you have a job plus a side hustle or 2. So take the time, find those moments, find that 10 minutes, find that 15 minutes, find that 20 minutes when you just sit down, close your eyes, and rest. So that's number 1, rest. Number 2, I want you to remember, some of us, our imagination is gone. Some of us, we have forgotten about our dreams. Some of us had a vision for certain things that we wanted to see in our lives. We wanted to bring into fruition or actuality. This is a great time to remember those things, to think about that vision that you had, think about those dreams that you had, and then to put in place a plan to achieve those visions. So once you're able to go back outside, once they say it's safe to go back outside again, you can start implementing those little steps that it's going to take to get you to a vision. Now, one of the things that I have planned is that if we are indeed told all over the country, all over the world, whatever the case may be, to stay in the house, I am going to do a podcast, a Big Thirsty podcast on, number 1, how to understand or know what your vision is. and then how to plan from step A to Z, how to achieve that vision. So be on the lookout for that as well. So number one, rest. Number two, remember your dreams and your visions. Number three, this is a perfect time to reconnect with your family and friends, right? Now, I'm not talking about your social media followers. I'm not talking about your Facebook friends. I'm not talking about whatever it is, your followers on Instagram and things like. I'm talking about your real family and your real friends. Most of us have a small circle of friends, just like these 3 to 5 people that we really consider to be folks that are in our inner circle. So first, reconnect with your family. Hug your son, hug your daughter, hug your mom. But I know, and like, you shouldn't be socially distancing yourself from your family, in my personal opinion. You should be trying to love on them, hug on them, spend as much time in each other's space as possible, and just reconnect. Learn about your daughter, learn about your son. So much of our regular life, we just let our kids and their devices go on about their business. We even let our spouses and their devices go on about their business. But take some intentional time to share a meal together now that you're at home. Sit around the table, or, if you don't have a table, sit in the same room, eat, and have conversations. Ask each other what's been going on in their life. Learn some new things about your family, about your children, about your husband, about your wife. Just take the time to reconnect. Same thing with friends. It's a lot of friends that you kind of been, and I'm talking about your inner circle again, that maybe you've been texting, and maybe you've been on social media with them, but take some time to actually dial their phone number and call them, right? And have some voice-to-voice time with them. And nowadays with the technology, we got FaceTime and all that kind of stuff. So FaceTime a friend, Skype a friend, find out a way to reconnect with some friends that maybe you haven't even seen in a number of years. Yeah, y'all been connected on social media, but you really haven't had time to talk and engage with them. In fact, Christy Henderson, you're going to be getting a call from me pretty soon, so be counting on it, because I miss you, girl. All right, so take some time to reconnect with family and friends. Number 4, I want you to resume. And what I mean is, recently I taught a class on resume writing, and I asked the class the question. I said, what is the first thing you think of? Kind of like a word association thing, but I said, what is the first thing you think of when you hear or see when you hear the word resume, or you see a resume? And one genius by the name of Frank Jones said, I think about resuming. And I thought he was trying to be funny, but the more I thought about what he says, I said, yes, that is exactly what a resume is. A resume is something that you keep updated, or you rewrite for when you are ready to begin again. That's what it means to resume. Resume means to begin again, or to continue on from where you left off. And as it relates to your career, this is a perfect time for you to be reflecting on your career, especially since you're being able to sit at home. You should be thinking about that job you're on. You should be thinking about that career field you're in. And you should be asking yourself the question, and this is really not negative, but sometimes we need to reinvent ourselves. Sometimes we need to realize that we have accepted status quo, and we're cool with where we are, when there's another level that we can achieve. You've probably qualified yourself to go to the next level in your career, but you're so comfortable on that one job, doing that one thing, that you're not even exploring it. So if that's you, take some time to update your resume, to get those highlights of those things that you've achieved and accomplished on that job onto paper. Redo that resume, and maybe even, send it out while you're sitting at home. Now, this is a perfect time to redo that resume, to update that resume, to look at what is out there in terms of you being able to go to the next level, and then sending that resume out. And then lastly, I want you to reflect. This is a time where when you look at social media, y'all know the times we live in. When you look at the social media and you look at what's going on in the world, and you even look at what people are liking and sharing, a lot of that stuff is very, very negative. And, in my own personal opinion, that there has been this trying to instill fear into the culture. Now, again, the coronavirus situation is real. It's real, and people have gotten sick, and people have passed away. RIP, have passed away as a result of it. Although most folks recover, some people have passed away. So it's very, very serious, and it's very, very real. But I want to encourage you to take some time and move away from the negativity. This might mean putting your phone down for a little while. This might mean taking a 3-day hiatus, a 4-day, 5-day, even 14 days away from your phone, just to kind of get your mind back right, so that you can start focusing on the positive things that are happening in life. Now, I am a Christian, and I ain't ashamed of it. And so I'm not really trying to convert nobody right now. But there's a scripture that I love. It's Philippians 4:8. And Philippians 4:8 tells us the types of things that we should be thinking about. It says, whatever's true, whatever's honorable, whatever's right, whatever's pure, whatever's lovely, whatever's admirable, whatever's excellent, whatever is worthy of praise, think of those things. Think on those things. I want you to look at your life, and it's easy to find the negative stuff. We do it every day, all day. We focus all our time and attention on the negative things in life. But here is a beautiful opportunity for you to look at your life and say, you know what? I know times are hard. I know times are tough. You may even be in a situation where you are fearful right now, right? And that's been the thing that's been on your mind. Like, all you can think about is how dreadful the situation is right now. I'm encouraging you that even in the midst of that, to take some time and think about the good things that are going on in your life. Look at your family. Look at those kids. Children are a blessing to us. Yeah, sometimes they work our nerves, and they do what kids do. They misbehave and things of that nature. But just think of the joy that your children bring to you, because they fill the house with energy and love. Think about your loved ones and how much they mean to you. Think about those friends that are there for you through thick and thin. Think about the fact that you have eyes to see and ears to hear, and that you have food to eat, right? And that you got a lot of toilet paper. I mean, celebrate the fact that you got so much toilet paper right now. I don't have a lot because I didn't run out and buy toilet paper. I bought food. But that's another subject for another day. But think about the things that you are grateful for. Think about the things that are good. Think about things in the world that are good. I mean, focus your energy, focus your time and attention on those things which bring you joy. And you will come out on the other end of this situation a much better person than you were when it started. I'm your boy Big Thirsty. This is the Big Thirsty Podcast. Gave you 5 things to do while you're trapped in the crib. All right, y'all. Until next time. Love y'all, man. Peace.